So, since there have been a lot of questions about how the Temple of Xian script works, I decided to do some quick walkthrough through how this thing works. I prepared some visuals to aid what's happening. So yeah, the first thing is like straightforward. You need to do the setup, which you need to wait out at least one frame so the game doesn't put Lara in some wrong spot. Don't ask me what's happening exactly, but you don't end up in the same position if you keep on if you keep holding forward to do the running jump at the loading screen. So anyway, you do the setup here. You need to have some angle here that is not too precise. It's like 10-15 degrees range, and then you have you get a very good embed, which is right at the edge of this corner. Like you're at the very corner here and 15 pixels away from the corner. Like each block here has 1024 pixels. That's the value after the colon here. And I'm doing something here that makes it more safe for me. Like I'm doing a walk turn into this direction, and then I am turning left into the wall, pushing forward. So what happened here? So we did some setting up here where we got into a position like this here, turn that way, and we jump 5 times to get into a position like something like this, very close to this corner, like here, and 15 pixels away, something like here. So looking in this direction. Then I turn in this direction with the walk turn, like something here, and did a quick turn into press forward. And then she's like in a state where she's not fully voided out yet. Like those are void squares. Like the void in this game is literally like the out of bounds mechanic that the game doesn't know where to put Lara, and yeah, basically stuck in some black space. So what you need to do here is you need to do like forward left inputs. So you can see the angle here, 180 into forward left. As soon as you have like less than 180, whoops. Hello? Oh, I have the wrong thing now. So pushing forward here and then turning until she has an angle like this. That's what happened here. 177 is like this direction. If you look at the angle indicator here. And then once she, like at 175, like a bit more even, into that direction. And then you need to press forward action that will make her like do chip movements along the Y apostrophe axis, which I'm going to show in a sec. So this value goes until 101. So what happened here is, here's Lara, and you pushed forward and got into the void, which got her into like here, still very close to the wall, and then chip movements down. That's what happens here, until like 101 pixels away from the next block transition here. Because there you get collision detection and the game doesn't put you anymore towards this block transition. What you need to do here is you need to turn this way. Whoops. Okay. You need to turn this way then roll, and then turn left again. You're still here, you just changed your angle. And that, from there on out, you can do some down-up inputs to move more forward. Like I still did the left turn again. Like that was maybe a bit quick. So one sec. So we move through this with action forward, then turn here, then roll, and then do a correcting left turn again. So we look like here. Okay. That's also the most tricky part, actually. So you need to do like down up inputs, where on one frame you press down, and on the one right after you need to press up. You can do this with pausing or going into the inventory, and you can see this value like dropping down even more until it drops below 0, which means you transitioned the block. Like you made it to the next block, that's what I mean. So what happened is, let me get this one here. Need to do this 5 times, like down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and as soon as she goes below 0, like meaning she's going into the next block, the game has another collision detection which puts her like here, roughly like here somewhere. And from here on out, things are gonna go a bit quicker. As from this block on, like on this block and the next block, you can do backflips. Like here, I'm looking for the right frame, because those backflips don't work on every frame for the PS1 version. Just need to catch a frame where she's visible. And by the way, I got a flare out, so she is visible. And like it has 2 reasons I have a flare out. One is her being visible, which tells me on this frame I can do the backflips. And I'm throwing away the flare to cancel out the backflip, so they go, yeah, you get a couple more in sequence, like very quickly, as the animation cancels out or something. So backflip and flare cancel here, unpause, and you get like transitioned almost half the block here with that. Oops, let's get this one. With one flare cancel and backflips, you kind of went into the middle of this block roughly, I think. Something like here. And then you can do another one of these. I took another flare out, and I'm looking for another lava frame where she's visible. Here, do the same thing again, backflip, and the flare cancel, which gives me another one of these 101 positions. So she is here now. Also, like I didn't like mention why this works. Like you need to interact with valid geometry. Like she's kind of interacting with this valid geometry here, because usually you are stuck in the void, but as you're so close to the next, like to like actual squares that do stuff, the game can move her through the void. Normally, like very stuck if you're like in the middle of the void, a void block. But anyway, another one of these 101 pixels away from the wall thing. You need to do the up down, no, down up input again, and it moves you like a bit closer to the wall. And here you don't need to do it 5 times like before here. Here it's enough to do it once. And then you can do the backflip shenanigans again. Looking for another frame of hers here. Backflip, flag cancel. And another one. Like, let's go step by step. That brought us like to 607 out of 1024 here, which is roughly here. Looking for another frame with the flare here. Doing the same again. After that, I was at 200, roughly like here, down here. Doing 2 more jumps brings me very close to the next block transition again. Then also we can we can do this one more time with the down up movement, where we only need to do this once instead of 5 times. This went into 78, and skip is almost finished. So we did one. Let's say we went to here. What happens here now is we hold roll, which is gonna change direction to this. Yeah, it's gonna turn her direction obviously if she rolls, and we're gonna hold this for longer so she rolls another time, and then she will interact with this portal here fully. And then what happens is like, I need to explain portals a little, at least. The game is like divided into rooms, and the connection between these rooms is managed through portals. Like, you are technically in the next room's coordinates already, but the game won't put you into the next room unless you touch a portal or like you interact with it. Basically, you need to touch it. You need to be in the portal's coordinates. So I got factions backed up, which is a tool to watch the levels. So this is the room we are in, and we did the void movement in. And there's a portal to room 17, which is the huge room. And the huge room has, like, we don't want to be in this room, we want to be in the room above. Like, there's a room above, which is room 19. That's where I want to be. We want to be like on this plank, and then move to the exit here. How this works is interact with this portal, meaning Lara is put into room 17 by the game, and as she has some very high z coordinate, which is the vertical coordinate, the game puts her right into room 19, which is above, which is the room with the plank where we need to be on. So also here, like z coordinate, we started with 22, I think. Here in the middle, it's like very crazy. But let's see here. Here I'm pressing roll, holding roll, and then she drops out. Like, what happens is, again, interact with portal 17, interact with vertical portal 19, because she is very high in the like vertical coordinate, and she basically drops out of the roof in room 19, which is the room with the plank, and then she repels from like here and lands to somewhere here, which is what happens. Like, she lands in the middle of this plank. Where was I? Yeah, here. There. Portal. Get out of the ceiling and then drop here. And then you just need to make your way to the exit, to the end of level trigger. So yeah, that's as much as I can show. I hope you guys understood this. If you want to try this at home, there's something I want to tell you. Like, I don't want you to be frustrated if it doesn't work. I think this doesn't work on all versions. Like, this works on all PS1 versions, I think, and on the original PC version. I don't know about the botched version on PC. I'm gonna at least provide the version information so you guys know what I'm talking about, like what version I'm talking about. I'm gonna provide a link to the TRS version database. And yeah, the botched version has some weird like rolling mechanics that maybe the dropout here doesn't work as it works here. And I don't know about the Steam version, like the digital one, if those backflips here work. So either try this on PS1 or on the original PC version if you want to be sure. If you have any more questions for this, feel free to join our Tomato Speedruns community Discord, and or you can ask questions in the comments on the YouTube video. Thanks for watching, and hoping to do some new PBs in the next days.